and welcome to the Spice Report. This week we all learnt a new word. Entanglement. Definition? It's kind of what Arsenal fans have been feeling now for about 15 years. The debut of the UFC Fight Island happened, and it saw the most pay-per-view orders since Khabib v Conor in 2018. Usman really put his foot down to win the fight. Manchester City's European ban has been overturned. Guess money really does talk. But Pep is really adamant he's not going to apologise.
I don't want to apologise for anything. I'm sorry, guys.
He's also said that if Jurgen and Jose have a problem with a decision, then they should call him. So now the race is on for the Champions League spot next season. 3 is the magic number, with Chelsea's new sponsor 3 Mobile having a big subconscious impact on the game. Manchester United are hot on Chelsea's tail, and this guy is going to be causing us a few problems.
Tony Marshall, come from France. Woo! Got no chance. Down the train. Tony Marshall scores again.
A guy whose problems seem a million miles away right now is Akinfenwa. He helped his team Wycombe Wanderers to achieve promotion into the... What was that?
Wycombe's in the championship. Wait. I'll say it one more time. Wycombe's in the championship. Wait! People in the back didn't hear me. Wycombe is in the championship.
Oh yeah, the championship. He gave a passionate post-interview and stated that the only person who could hit him up on WhatsApp now would be Liverpool manager Klopp.
Congratulations.
Over in the NFL, Washington Redskins have agreed to remove Redskins from their name. Their new name hasn't been revealed yet, so I thought, why don't we come up with some suggestions? One of you came up with Washington Machines, because they always clean up. I personally feel like we should have something a little bit more revolutionary, you know? Washington Radicals. Now, let's take a pit stop in Spain. Gareth Bale has really adapted to the Spanish lifestyle over the years, and he will sneak in a cheeky siesta wherever he can. Yep, Gareth Bale isn't even trying to hide the fact that he just doesn't care anymore. Holidays have been cancelled left, right and centre, so the only flight we may see this year is Nike's new ball for the 2021 season. It's taken 8 years to make, and rather than having a smooth surface, it's covered with ridges and grooves to improve its aerodynamics. Much like a golf ball. Okay, now we're getting on to something a little more saucy. Footballer Farid El-Maleli was arrested for wanking in public back in May, and now another woman has complained he's been pleasuring himself in front of her house 2 more times. That's not the kind of ball play that your French team Angers is paying you for, is it, Farid? And he could face a year in jail and a £13,000 fine. Pretty sure that makes that the most expensive wank in history, right?
Burn of the week.
From wankers to whiners. It's no secret that Jose Mourinho isn't the easiest of managers to deal with in football. But this week, Sky Sports presenter JD was left a little bit burnt this week, as the Spurs boss walked out of his press conference.
Sorry, guys. So what, we're not doing the press conference?
Ooh, hot heads.
This week's hothead is Mark Lee. Some of you may recognise his voice from my podcast, Walked Into a Bar.
Hey Amy, quick rant on the recent AFTV information. So, in case you didn't see it, Claude, during the North London derby, when Son was being substituted, said DVDs coming off, right? So, obviously that was a link to the Asian community, and obviously it was a racial slur, right? So what Robbie did, who's the owner of the channel, didn't say anything. He had an interview with Claude the next day after the social media backlash. And what really pissed me off is that what Claude did is he rewrote the narrative, essentially. So he said that he didn't say DVDs coming off. What he did is he said made a joke about what all fan bases talk about Spurs, about how whenever they have a marginal degree of success or even not a success, they bring a DVD out, right? And he was likening what he said to something like Frank Lampard post-interview, post-match, when he said about they'll probably make a DVD about that game. And that isn't actually what he said. He said DVDs coming off, right? But what is the biggest fucking frustration? I mean, Robbie's a black man. He talks about racism all the time, especially in his early days of being a fan, right? But he didn't actually confront Claude's lies. But the only reason why he's come out, so this morning or late last night, he came out and said Claude's not going to be on the channel anymore. Claude's going to be re-educated and all of this fucking shit, like it was the first time he said it. He called Xhaka a fake Albanian before, who's one of our own. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, these sort of things. And the only reason why he came out and said this is because he lost his biggest sponsor for his channel. So one of his biggest revenue generators, he's lost. And after that, then he starts going into the thing about Claude not being on the channel, being re-educated. And it just fucking stinks.
Nando's are doing bits for their brand right now. They've just landed one of football's hottest prospects, Jadon Sancho, for a series of TV adverts. Having already signed up Roman Kemp and Anthony Joshua, not forgetting Little Mix's Perry Edwards, which must have cost an absolute fortune. So I'm just putting it out there, Nando's. If there's any budget left, I'm looking for a sponsor for these videos. I mean, that's if you can handle all the spice. Andy Murray, just like the majority of us, has had to find other ways to pay the bills. The Sport Bible have signed him up to rate fans' tennis skills.
That doesn't look so much like tennis. It looks like they're sort of swinging like a lightsaber or something. That's not really... Oh my God.
Okay, now it's time to take things down a notch. It's comedian Ishan Akbar.
Comedian cool down.
If you're watching this and you're thinking, bloody hell, Ramesh has let himself go. I'm not Ramesh! Okay, do you know what? I lashed out. I'm sorry. I'm just in a bad mood. The reason I'm in a bad mood is because I am a Manchester United fan. No, that's not why I'm in a bad mood, not just that bit. I'm in a bad mood because I'm a Man United fan. We just played Southampton. We drew 2-2. Now, Southampton are a club, and a city actually, that haven't got much to play for. I gigged in Southampton once. I was in the Mecca Bingo. A guy with a fake leg poured his drink in it, started drinking out of it. Everyone was laughing at that rather than my actual jokes. And then he motorboated a woman, right, to check if her tits were fake or not. In the middle of my set. That's the kind of place Southampton is, right? As for the club, they're mid-table. They've got nothing to play for. They can't qualify for Europe. They can't get relegated. This was the match that they decided, hey, do you know what? After lockdown, we're going to play like fucking Barcelona. I don't understand why teams do this. When you've got nothing to play for, why are you playing out of your skin at this time? Surely, if you're a mid-table side like this, you've got nothing to play for, use this time as pre-season so you're not as shit next season. Blood in your youngsters, get some more people fit, see who you want to buy and sell. Fucking don't play like this. And what's the point of doing everything at this time when you know you're about to not do anything with it? Like, I did that with my ex-girlfriend. I knew she was cheating on me. Just before we broke up, I thought, you know what? I'm going to show her some of my best moves in the bedroom. Showed her my best moves. Do you know what she did? She took it to the next bloke.
That's your lot for this week, and I'll leave you with Didier's prediction for tonight's big game, Arsenal v the champions, Liverpool.